7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Kaboom, we're back. Hope you haven't missed us for too long. Stewart Tarnas, you know the guy, or you should do. If you don't know where you've been for the last 2 months, because within the space of 2 months he's went from being absolutely nowhere to he's jumped into position 10 on the League of Fire overall scorecards, well, the overall league table. So he thought he'd celebrate. Lechiada, I think I said it right, Irina Legieski. He thought he'd celebrate. Let's bring him in fashion. And how does a Chilli-head celebrate? Oh, Stu, I see there's something behind you.
Yeah.
As you can see, he now has a banner, a new banner sat behind him. Congratulations, by the way, Stu. Top 10. Woohoo! So he thought he'd come and burn and celebrate in style.
Nah, thank you.
What you burning
much
with?
Appreciate the banner as well.
You're quite welcome. Needed a home, and you were the logical choice for where that should end up.
Nah, cheers, bud. I think my stream's lagging a bit.
It is a little bit. So what I'm going to do, before you reveal what your challenge is, pop back out and pop back in. I'm on my own. I'm only on for...
That's because you won't kiss me. Oh, you wouldn't be.
I can't see. He'll be back in a minute, guys. So yeah, in less than 2 months, he went from hadn't been on the charts to now he's number 10. That's pretty amazing. And there he is. I'm going to give you a little test. Tell me how quick you can see my fingers.
3.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Nah,
Thankfully.
luckily I keep it up.
So, Stu, what you burning with today? Hi, Patrick Weiss.
Yeah, just got a little tube today.
Just a little tube, just one of those little terrifying tubes of terror. Anybody that's unfamiliar with this, I dare you to go and grab one. If you can manage more than 2 or 3 peanuts, yeah, you're a Chilli-head. If you can't, you're just like me. I got as far as 2 and I gave up. So, the challenge is 10 minutes to eat the tube, 5 minutes to burn. So that's a 15-minute challenge in total, I believe. Yep.
Yep.
But you have to read something called a disclaimer before you start.
Yeah, I've got that ready, bud.
Hi, Chili Mary 87.
I'm Stewart Tarnas. I'm over 18 years of age. I'm sound mind and have read and understood the hot sauce or product disclaimer on the League of Fire website. In summary, I accept that the League of Fire, their suppliers and manufacturers will, under no circumstances, be responsible for or liable for any claims of injury or damage arising from me consuming this product or multiples thereof. I acknowledge and agree to this fact without question.
And the reason it says multiples thereof is because he is known to be doing multiples thereof now and then. Killer Queen Chugs. How many have you done now?
5.
5.
In total, or 5 in multiples?
In multiples.
5.
Yeah. 5. And that's why it says or multiples thereof, because there's people like him. So if you'd like to show your sealed tube.
You see
Perfect. That? I can see that. Stu Walker says, you've got this, Stu, you're crazy.
Oh, cheers, Steve.
Patrick Weiss says, you've got this, Stu.
Well, cheers, Patrick.
Anybody that's seen these before will know the nuts are huge. And I don't mean the one eating them. Let's check Mackay. It says it's called a stew of terror.
Oh, there's one there that looks almost black in powder.
Oh, the guy is prepared with gloves too.
Yeah, I was meant to do that last time, but I forgot the gloves.
It's a bit nasty when you kind of forgetting and touch certain places, isn't it, later on?
Yeah. It's horrible when you go to you forget and you rub your eye with your hand and you have chili powder all over.
Well, do you know the night of the hashtag not nuke?
Yeah.
Yeah. I came and sat over here and Dell went to put the kids to bed. And next minute I know I was screaming my head off and I went running out. And she came down to find out what was going on. And I had my head under the sink and my eyeball under the tap. We hadn't properly wiped the table from just beforehand when she'd done the multiple chips. I somehow managed to get a little bit of that into my eye, and it felt like it was a red hot chunk of glass. And I was literally under the sink washing my eyeball.
Yeah, it's horrible when you have to do that.
I panicked. Anyway, enough of that. Back to the tube, or the stube of terror. So, when you're ready, let me know.
Yeah, very good.
Right, you got it. 3, 2, 1, go. Stu Walker wishes he was doing this with you, but he couldn't find a tube of terror. They are quite hard to get hold of in the UK right now.
I think there's some in League of Fire, to be fair.
James Nixon says he'll never forget how brutal touching his eye was the first time he ever done that tube of terror. Yeah, that was brutal. We remember that. Anybody struggling to get hold of them in the UK, Heiko Kringsman in Canada is heating up the capital. Usually also stocks them.
I think they're in stock in League of Fire at the moment.
Well, there might be. Just looks like you sat eating M&Ms. Will Patrick, I can't imagine trying to put a contact in when you've been making hot sauces and messing around with chilies. Contact in, contact out. There we go. About halfway through them and only done 2 minutes. Stu Walker says this challenge always nails the hell out of them.
It is a hot challenge.
Every challenge seems to be different for different people. The Tube of Terror does seem to be one that gives them a kick. As this is non-chocolate, the tube terror may be of interest to me, but best get my bears done first, says Irina Lagerski.
Well, those
Try and make that
must have
one.
been triple coated or something.
Have you gone through the dark one that you came across yet?
No, it's one of them.
James Nixon says you're doing well, mate.
Oh, cheers, James.
I can definitely see 3 of these in your future.
Sorry?
I can definitely see 3 of these tubes in your future.
Yeah, I was going to go for 3 again soon.
James Nixon has just said the Chug V3 is next week.
Oh, cool.
We'll try and get that confirmed properly from Legal Fire themselves, but James does usually get a little bit of a heads up.
The heavily coated one.
Vicky Beam says, you just breeze through these.
Find this one a hot one, though, to be fair.
Oh, it definitely is. I don't think anybody would ever deny the Tuba Terror is not seriously hot.
I'll do it.
Looking like it's on the last peanut. Oh, more appeared. It's the edge of the bowl, I guess.
Mm.
Oh, gone. Easily done within the 10 minutes, but he still must last to the full 15 minutes. All done at 5:58.
Just a 9-minute burn's going now, though.
It's just a longer burn, yeah. Kaylee Smith says, smash them, dude.
Cheers, Katie.
Do that. And bring comments up now. There was the one where James said Chug V3 next week. Ooh.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting.
I think Adele's interested in that one too.
Just so nice to have the ghost and the. Is it blueberry and vanilla?
Be unusual having a blueberry flavoured chug there.
Yeah, I think
Could
I like
turn
that
out
one.
could turn out sickly and be even harder to do. Vicky Beam says, easy peasy.
Certainly makes the nose run, that.
Heather's just decided that her son is not getting a Christmas present this year because she's buying a chug instead. I agree with James there. This Chug V3, there's got to be a catch on it. Just sounds too nice, doesn't it? Blueberry. Patrick Weiss says, you're looking unfazed as usual, Stu.
All right, cheers, bud. Seems to be hitting the back of the throat quite a lot though this time.
Back of the throat is better than the belly.
I can feel it in the belly as well.
Have we ever seen you get hiccups?
I think I had the hiccups on the Moab collab.
Let me see, I can't seem to remember seeing you with hiccups yet.
I did hiccup about a couple of minutes ago, but I think it was only a little one.
I mean hiccups, not odd.
Oh no. Just, when I had the Moab collab, it was just a couple anyway.
Kelly Smith says, cool as a cucumber.
Cheers, baby.
Not long ago. Actually, you're about to start your burn time. Because you should still be eating your nuts.
I couldn't make them last that long, to be fair.
I think what is a lot of people couldn't eat them that fast neither. Imagine these to somebody with a normal average tolerance to spice. It's going to take them 10 minutes to finish the tube. Patrick Weiss is asking, on the list of difficulty for challenges, where would you place this one?
Oh, it's up there. I mean, I would say the Nemesis is harder. Probably say about third or fourth.
So it's below the Nemesis and positioned about third or fourth. So what would you say would be second?
Not sure, to be fair.
They all hit differently for people anyway, but
it's hard to say. I mean, if you're going to include like the one, like I said, the Insanity, I mean, that was tough. That was harder than the Nemesis, I would say. So then Insanity, Nemesis, and possibly this.
the Insanity is, well, it's an entire chili eating competition in 6 little chocolates, isn't it? Well, 8 little chocolates.
Well, I'm sure that the pure Insanity times 2 is going to be much harder.
Funny you've just mentioned that. That's exactly what James Nixon just said. Pure Insanity times 2 will be the toughest.
Yeah, that's going to be mental, that is. What's up, mate?
Evening, Jeremy.
I'll sort out for you in a minute, mate.
Texas Hotspot says, hey, Stu.
Oh, you alright, bud?
For anybody that doesn't know what happened a couple of days ago, Duke says the calendar is a tough one. And if you look at the picture of the dog in the corner, that is Duke, that ate Stu's calendar. And the face says it all. There you go. 64 super hots in just 8 skulls.
Madness sandwiches in there. 8 in each skull. It's going to be a good challenge to do, though.
Well, it will definitely test that stomach.
I'll test the mouth as well.
I agree, Donna, but luckily the dog was fine.
Oh, good. It's good to hear.
I don't think I'll ever be stealing anybody else's advent calendar again in a hurry, though. Stu, you weren't at home. How do you know if the dog did the disclaimer?
Which one?
Ooh, you're so close now.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that milk.
How close is your milk?
About a foot away.
About a foot away. Sensible person. Came prepared. Got the milk. I bet you've got a little bit of tissue somewhere close by just in case.
Sorry?
Have you got the tissue somewhere close by as well just in case?
Yeah.
Yeah. Ready
Yeah, I'm
prepared.
not swapping with much this time.
You're in your last minute. We're going to teach Stu's dog how to read just so he can get a point next time it does something stupid. 30
First
seconds.
time.
20 seconds. 10.
Oh, thank you, Steve.
Boom. All done.
No, brilliant.
That's another challenge beaten. More points added. And we know you've got more mental stuff planned for the next week or two and more in the new year. So I look forward to seeing that.
No, cheers, but it's going to be a fun new year as well.
Heather Wright says, well done again, laddie. Congrats. Patrick Weiss says,
Thank you,
amazing, brother. James
cheers.
Nixon, good job, bro. They're all flying in there.
Cheers.
Kaylee Smith, boom, smashed another tube. Awesome, dude. Well done. That's just what he does. He just sits there and doesn't look like it affects him in any shape, form whatsoever. But that's
do
why
like the terror, though. They are seriously are.
they are.
Challenge to do.
Nobody will ever deny that that thing is hot. And that's, if somebody does, they're lying. It's hot. Well, with that, I'm going to say thank you and good night.
Right, cheers, everyone. Cheers, Tony.
Look forward to seeing you again soon. See you later, dude.
Right.
Stewart Tarnas, the legend that is living, and within 2 months, he's just shot straight up those charts. That was Chilli-heads. That was Lucifer's son. And out of here, guys. Bye.